Hey, Peter Fuller here talking to you about the valuation equation. Look, this video is going to be a little bit longer than the other ones, but just stay focused here with me for just a moment. Here's a situation. So a lot of people focus on revenue and net income in their strategic plans. That's great, but those are only two variables out of the six variables for the valuation equation. And the way the brain works is if you give it a problem to solve, it will actually solve that problem. And when you only give it two parts out of the six of the valuation equation, you're probably going to solve for those two. But here's the challenge. Those aren't the best two to solve for. Okay. So here's an example of how this works. So we had a client came to us too late. All right. But when they told us this story, they were $55 million with 10% net income. We wanted to grow to $110 million, but maintain our net income. So they had the opportunity to take it. Now they were focused on two out of the six variables. They took that opportunity. One of the clients that they took became 40% of their revenue, or it was 40% of their revenue as soon as they signed the contract. They achieved the $110 million club, but their net income dropped to 5%. The challenge is when that happens and 40% of your revenue is concentrated in one company, you're driving up risk and you're dropping your value. At 55 million and 10% net income, this company could have sold. The CEO was actually flying around, taking vacations, having a good time. 110 million, 5% net income, 40% of the revenue focused on one client. And really the stress went through the roof. So look, don't do this. Don't focus on just two variables in the valuation equation. You'll be hurting yourself, hurting your company. On all six. Design a plan for all six and be disciplined to monitor all six. You'll have true freedom, true value, and a risk-free company. Something to think about.